Why, hello! Today we're going to learn how to be a zookeeper, and yeah, I finally got my hands on a copy of Planet Zoo. I wanted to play this for a long time, no idea how to play it, so we're going to follow the career path and become a zookeeper. Let's jump in.
Heyo at Hematu. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets. As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry, though. I'm not completely throwing you in at the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
Okay, Bernard and Miss Nancy Jones. Let's do that. Let's fly down into here and go and have a look at these grizzly bears. Where are they?
Did you know
Oh, there they are.
that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
Is it pooped?
Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel. This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel?
Okay, we can do that. Ooh, it's having
See
a
now,
swim.
this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
Ah, there they are.
Panthera leo. Or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride. Although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome. Which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Ah, I couldn't see where they were. There they are, asleep. Wise guys. Okay, where's this next one? There it is. This game is absolutely stunning. Look at it. I mean, I love watching people play it, but I even love playing it even more now.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something. Well, two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Okay, let me close that. Where is it? There it is. Down at the bottom.
There we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants. When you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade centre, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
Okay, let's do that. Send them into the zoo, and I guess we just click.
When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade centre, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade centre's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
Ah, that's what I wanted to do. I was going to turn to the door and see if I could see it. There it is.
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat, but I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information. Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
Okay, we can do that. I was about to say that. It looks like they're missing nutrition, and then she interrupted me. I think let's put it, because all the customers around here, so let's put it roughly around here, and then let's get it something to eat as well. Right, why is that one red? Maybe put the feeding bowl. Is it too much if I put it right in front of them? Maybe I put it a little bit back, so they can have at least a little bit of
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
Okay, let's do that. Where is it? Ah, it's quite big. Let's maybe put it... Let's put it over kind of this way. Because it's kind of muddy over there anyway. Let's put it over here. There we go.
Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a pharaoh's state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Yeah, but wait, their food enrichment is not going down, is that? Oh, well, that's because he's not put anything in it. Let me just double check. It still says that there's insufficient food enrichment. Oh wait, is that going up? Wait, can I add some more? Let me add some more into this just before we shoot off. Oh, we can't add any more. It's all completed, I guess because we're just going through the tutorial, but that should have changed surely by now. Oh well, I'll let the zookeeper deal with that. And we'll come down here.
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner.
Okay.
Ah, that's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Okay, maybe we do have to put it on this one.
Right! Let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
Okay, let's give them loads and loads of room. Let's see if I can get it as close to the edge as possible. Wait. How do you make it curved? There we go.
Good work! Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in.
Okay, which way? Probably gonna get more viewing area down this side because round here they're obstructed by all the trees. So I reckon let's put the glass barrier over on this side, and also there's loads of room on this side for people to walk past. Highlight a section and then change it to glass.
There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
Okay, let's put one on that side, and...
Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should click the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh?
I will, but I was just thinking it might have been better to put the glass viewing area there, because then the guests get a full view of the shelter and also of the entire area. Can I change it? No, I don't think I can change anything once I've done it during the lessons that we're doing. Let's press play anyway.
By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
Okay, they're going to come in through this way, so let's grab ourselves some ostriches. Can we not just select them all and adopt them all at the same time? To do them one at a time? And then I guess grab all of these and send them to the zoo.
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Okay, let's do that. Let's put the, similar to the warthogs, let's put the food kind of around here. What about water? Oh, food and water, there we go. Oh, I think I just gave it some sort of game thing enrichment instead of a a feeding trough. Wait, they're here.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did he do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, Now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals. You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
Oh, we can put it on an angle. Is that going to be a pain for the keeper though? I think it probably is, isn't it? Let's put it here where it shows us, just for now.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness. Negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that.
Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So
right.
once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
Okay, let's do that then. This one we could put at an angle so that it's easy to get to. Oh, no, we can't. It can't be rotated like that.
Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
I should have probably put that further back. But anyway, it's just learning during these first few sessions. Let's go into this tiger hut.
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch. And concrete and glass, I expect. So go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Okay.
Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Okay, let me put the barrier around first.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode.
I will, but first of all, I want to make sure that the guests can see
Now
what's going on.
highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
Wait a minute, Nancy, I wasn't listening to you. I was making sure the guests can see the tigers.
Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
Okay, that'll do for all the way around.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch. Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate's in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
So do I, Nancy. I'm just going to give you some more donation bins all the way around. And let's go get these tigers. Can we adopt both of them? I have no idea what all this stuff means. but I guess we'll find out in time. And then let's send them to the zoo. So they're going to come in this way.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
Where's probably the best place? Maybe around here, where more people can see them. And let's put a food tray down here. Can I rotate it? Okay, let's put one down there.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Okay, I just wanted to see the tigers being delivered. And water, and then calm water, I guess. I don't know how deep they need it, but we'll just stick it there.
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
Okay, we can do that. Again, maybe around this area, and maybe some around this area. Aha, toys. A frozen blood pumpkin. Okay, let's give you one of them, and let's put that kind of near the feeding tray. Okay, let's give you that. And what have we got? Oh, we've got a scratching post. So if we make that for food over that way, and then over this way, we could probably put the scratching post. Wait, why is it not doing it? Oh, there we go. Oh, look at him, he likes it. Probably because there's no food in there, that's why. And then if we put the scratching post facing out, so that the guests can get like a side view of him or something. And then let's see, can we... I think that might be on the ground. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Alright, we'll pop down a blueprint. I just wanted to give them another blood pumpkin. Okay, let's have a look. Where is it? Give the tigers some shelter. Let's do that. Let's grab that one then. Pre-made one. Oh. Let me have a look. Okay, now I don't want to obstruct the lake. I want to give them a big, nice open area. Maybe let's put it over here. So they've got some shade and it's easier for the zookeeper to come in. Can I put it on an angle maybe? So that the guests can see inside. Let's see if we can put it there. Oh, we can. Get rid of that tree. Wait, what else do we need to do? I think we've done it, right?
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
I don't know. At the moment, they seem pretty happy chewing that blood
Rightio.
pumpkin.
Click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
Okay, well, they need more long
Okay
grass.
then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Okay, I'm going to put the soil more around here. I was going to do the grass first, but it looks like we're doing the soil. Let's put that around the swimming area, around the pool area, sorry. There we go, terrain.
Right then. All animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, Eurasia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
Ah, this is what I was trying to find
Now,
before.
as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
Ah, it highlights it. Okay.
You can find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Yeah, but first of all, let me get rid of all of these that they don't like. And then we can replace it with things that they do like. Okay, I think we've got rid of all of the plants it doesn't like. We should have just deleted everything and started from scratch. So I think I'm going to now go back in and add everything that they like. So they like things from the grasslands, tropical and temperate. So here we go. From grasslands, tropical and temperate. Okay, let's try to build them a nice little habitat. Can I put some rocks down as well? No. Plants. Oh yeah, we've got plants and trees. Oh, there's quite a few then. I think the first thing I'm going to do is add some more trees back in. Can we get some really tall ones? Let me see. Let me see what we've got. For trees, we've got... is that a tree? No, that's like a bush. So trees, we've got this one. This one. A smaller one. Let me put it over here just while we look at it. And then is this... Aha, we've got like a tropical tree. A large tropical tree. And then a kind of mid one. Let me put it over this way so it doesn't block the guest view. And then is that a tree? Kind of a little baby one. Put another one back here. And is that a tree? Oh, it's kind of like a bush. But so we'll put it in this area anyway to fill it out a little bit. And oh well, this one, put this over here. These are like kind of big bushy trees again, so it doesn't interfere with the guest's view. And what's this one? Oh, an even bigger one. Okay, let's have one of them right at the back. Let's just spend all the park's money on trees. This one. And then what's this tree? Oh, this is nice. I kind of like this around like the watering area. Let's put that there. And another one towards the back. And what's that one? Did we look at this one? Can't remember if we've added that one. Let's add another one anyway.
They say the good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Bernie, I've not finished.
Right. Let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Oh, I've not finished. I wanted to continue building it. I've got loads to add yet. I want to add some like rocks. I want to make a path here. I want to add in some flowers. I mean, this area is kind of looking alright by accident because it looks more tropical and at least they've got shelter. But I can't add any more. Okay, I guess we're going over to the peafowls, she said, didn't she? What the hell is a peafowl? Let me get rid of this one. Where is she? There we go. All the way over there.
Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese.
A peafowl, a peacock. She's English. We call them peacocks.
Expand their social welfare and we can get a bit more detail.
Okay.
Now, they've clearly got plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong.
Okay, too few adults and juveniles.
Right. As you can see, the peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then.
I can't cope with her calling them a peafowl. Is this the real biological term for them? Name for them, I should say. They're peacocks, and she's English. We call them peacocks. Okay, okay, where is it? Animal trading. And the marketplace. And let's get all of these. Peafowl must be like the real name for them, right? And then we can take them out of storage, getting the hang of this now. And which way are they going to come in so that we can see them being unboxed? This way. Let's get them unboxed.
Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
Not until we see these peacocks being delivered, Nancy. Where's our zookeeper? Look at this though, they've got a fancy little park for them to play in. And there must be eventually like sculptures and things that you can get. Where's the zookeeper? Is the zookeeper or vet that brings them? Where are they? Okay, well we can have a quick look at one anyway. There they are, they're gorgeous, aren't they? And usually the decorative ones are the males. And this one is the female and this is the male. I know that. I remember something from school. Oh, here we go. Being delivered. Look at them, they're gorgeous. Such elegant birds. Okay, where we're going, let's move over here.
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Okay, so we need to swap that barrier out. I see, because it's looking straight into their habitat. Let's select it then and see if we can switch it.
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather. You should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
Yeah, it's way too
As you
warm.
can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Okay, is this going to cover quite a big area? Do we need, maybe we need two of them. One to cover this area, and then one a little bit further up to cover this area. Put it kind of out of the way a little bit. Guess we could put that one over here.
You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them. It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopards' terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
Okay, let's make it happen indeed. Probably wants, if he's a snow leopard, he probably wants loads of snow, so let's bump that up and cover all of this. And take the intensity down a little bit.
Now then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section.
Okay, I was just playing around with the habitat for these guys. Nice and snowy now. In the zoo, where is it? Find your animals here.
As you can see, this list shows you the animals' overall welfare. So if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
Anyway, so Elitsa the West African lion welfare has attracted protesters. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about that. Let's go over and have a look. Oh, okay. That's because there's a problem with social. Animal has several social. The critical area or crowding issues are present. What does that mean? That they don't have enough space? I don't think we can expand it though. That's the problem. I wonder, can we change the glass? Maybe it's that they don't like. Alright, let's change it. See if we can change the glass to one way. And then what? Can we change the side? How do I flip the side that it should be on? Ah, this way. There we go. And then same with that one. Let's change the glass, see if that helps. Well, tigers. Oh, there we go. That got rid of the stress a little bit. Oh, we helped it. It was just all the people looking at them that was stressing them out a little bit. What else do they need? Can we give them anything else? Oh, we could get rid of some of these. They don't like this. Ah, there it is. Got more bracken there. And more bracken over there, I think. Yeah, they don't like any of this. Okay, I think got rid of all the things that they don't like, so let's add in some of the things that they do like. I think we're almost there. I think this will do it for the tigers. Who can we look at next? Who needs some help? Oh, we could have a look what the ostriches need. We didn't really do anything with these guys, did we? And they need food enrichment. Also, their place is a little bit of a mess. Let's see if there's any plants first of all. Oh, there's loads of plants here that they don't like. Let's get rid of these to begin with. There we go. And just check that their environment is alright. So they could take some more short grass. There we go. That's back to 100%. And then let's build out their habitat. There we go. How are we doing for welfare at the moment? 83%. What else do these need? I think these are alright. Oh, actually, food enrichment, that's what they need. Common ostrich, that's what it is. There it is. Oh, we could put some food, a big food area down here. And also, we put it at the end of this kind of path area. One, it's in the shade. And two, the zookeeper doesn't have far to go. Did that boost it a little bit? 84? 1%. Who else can we help out next? What about next? Who's this one? Oh, these are back to the tigers. Yeah, we were going to do some things around here, so let me add some bedding in for these guys, and then we can add some toy enrichment bedding. Yeah, let me give these guys some bedding. And let's mix it up a little bit. Oh no, let's just keep to the same type. Put some bedding underneath it so it's got somewhere comfy to sleep. I think these are completely fine. Toy enrichment for these, that's what we need. Habitat, toys, there it is. And oh, we could give them some herb scent markers and hide it in the bushes. And same over here so that they can go sniffing around. And then maybe another one in here. And then let's give them a mirror down by the tree. Let's put the toys we said we were going to put over here anyway. Let's give them some balls. And what's this, a sprinkler? Okay, let's put the sprinkler up here though. Near the lake area. And look, Their enrichment went all the way up, and then what did that do? Oh no, that stayed at 84. Why did that stay at 84? Well, these guys are happy. Who should we do next? Oh wait, they've got giraffes. Oh, let's see if we can help the giraffes. What do these need? Oh my god, these need loads of help. They need food enrichment, soy enrichment. There it is, reticulated giraffe. Oh, and these can also use a sprinkler, so let's put a sprinkler down here for them, down by the water. And let's get them some scratching posts. Let's put the scratching posts kind of here where the guests can see them. And there we go. They're happy with that, but they need some food enrichment as well. Oh, we could put some posts around. Where would be the best place? Let's put one over here. Again, so everything's kind of within viewing distance for the guests. Okay, I think that's alright. Is there anything that they don't like? Oh no, there's loads that they don't like here. But let me just check how we're doing with our score. It's going up a little bit, 3% more, and then we're there. There we go. They're happy with the terrain now. I think for now we'll leave these ones. It's looking better than it did anyway, with a couple of more activities for them to do. And the terrain is looking a little bit fresher. Who should we go to next? Wait, did we do anything for these little hogs? Let's give them some more food enrichment. Oh, they can have some barrels. Let me get rid of that. Let's put some barrels in and around. Or maybe one. Actually, they're alright with that. And how's the terrain looking? Oh, the terrain's not looking good at all. Animal requires more plants and tree coverage. It certainly does. Okay, these have got a clean start for all of the nature. And let me see what they like. Let's give them some long grass to play in. Maybe like round here. And there we go, 100%. And then let's give them some trees. So they need grasslands and tropical. And let's add the continent on as well, just so that we are putting the right environment in for them. There we go. Are they happy now? I think they're happy as pigs in shit. I mean, it says that they're hungry, but there's nothing I can do about that. But everything else looks like it's good from over this point. Let's see how we're doing in terms of welfare. We've got 4% more to improve the welfare. Well, their area is looking miles better. I'm not sure I should have put some of the trees in, but I do what I want. Okay. What about these guys? What do these guys need? These were the ones that we met right at the very beginning, and I think that these are totally fine. Just going to check on their coverage. Oh, they don't like these foxtails. Where are the foxtails? Foxtail plant, where is it? Oh, it's this one. They don't like it. In that case, we shall get rid of it, and we shall add more coverage in. What else? I think that that might be alright for them. This looks miles better now. Are they happy? Yeah, we've done all the coverage for them. And their welfare has increased to 98%. And their habitat is 100% perfect. Nutrition is down a little bit, but that's at the moment nothing that we can do about that really. How are we doing on this? Okay, so far still at 87%. We've got 3 more percent, and then we're there. Who's in here? Who's this one? Which animals are in here? Oh, tortoises. An Aldabra giant tortoise. Oh, these need loads of help. So they need food enrichment and toy enrichment. And again, we'll find it by the species. Where is it? Aldabra giant tortoise. Here it is. Let's do the food to begin with. Oh, they can have some little ice cubes. We'll keep the food around here where they are anyway. And then maybe add a little feeding ball. And then, what about toys? Oh, these like the little scents as well. Let's hide the scents in and around where the plants are, so that they could go sniffing and snooping around. And then, I think we've covered everything that they need for that. What about the plants? Plant coverage is good. On 83%, but they don't like these sycamore trees. Where are the sycamore trees? Oh, they don't like these sycamore trees. Let's swap the sycamore trees out and give them something a little bit more appropriate. Where are they from? So, giant tortoises, what do they like? They like tropical plants. And whereabouts are they from, actually? Probably going to be Africa, isn't it? The giant tortoise, there it is. Oh, from the Seychelles. Seychelles? Oh yeah, Seychelles is in Africa. I thought it was more towards India. It's gorgeous at the Seychelles. Okay. I thought it was going to be Africa. Let's put that down on there. That's fine. And let me, once again, let me see if I can add some trees in that are alright for them. Temperate and grasslands. I'm going to leave those ones there just for a minute. What about a coconut palm again? Did they like that? They do like that. They don't like these bushes. I'm going to get rid of these bushes as well. Since they don't like them, we can replace all that. And put some more coconut palms in. And look at that, it looks miles better. I need to work out like what little plants and things that they like to, so that they've got some low coverage, but yeah, they're super happy with that. And we're 1% away from completing this task. Let's see who else we can help out. Oh, it's the hippos. No way. How can we help the hippos? Navigable land area needs to be increased. I wonder then, could we... Oh, there's an underwater view area here, look.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
Well, it looks like that we did it. And I think that's gonna be it.
Sounds like you've got the whole zoo purring away nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming. All the appropriate noises. I guess I was right to hire you, huh? Don't tell her I told you, but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even last the morning. So, we're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a Foxy coffee. As strange as it seems, considering we just met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one I did have, obviously. But you see, zookeeping's not for my daughter. Don't get me wrong. Emma absolutely loves animals, but she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet. I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. Oh, and maybe having a type of frog named after me.
Well. Nancy's a cheeky cow, but saying I would not last. But it looks like we are done. Well, that's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I shall see you next time over in Madagascar, where we shall continue trying to help Bernie out and becoming the best zookeeper ever. See you next time. Bye. Okay, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you prefer other kind of games like cozy games or horror games, then maybe go and check out one of my other channels, which I will link. And other than that, I shall see you in Madagascar next time. See you then. Bye.